Hey there everybody, today I'm going to be showing you all how to make two different plushies from Five Nights at Freddy's 2, that being Toy Freddy and Withered Golden Freddy. Now as you guys can see here, I actually have two bootleg plushies, that being a terrible looking Rockstar Freddy plushie. You can see here that I've already kind of ripped his hat off. I actually painted over the little star. I would have just stripped it off, but it's actually a lot stronger than I had first expected, so it is going to be staying. Which is rather unfortunate, but what you will need to do is go off and get a little black top hat, so that way you can have a top hat for your Toy Freddy. You're going to need to go off and glue that to the top of his head, but that's something that we're going to do here in a second, and yeah, he'll be looking rather dapper after that. But let's go ahead and get down to business, shall we? We can start on Toy Freddy, and then we'll go over to Golden Freddy. You can see here that he's just a little bit off looking. We're going to be making Withered Golden Freddy and Toy Freddy, so let's go ahead and get started on Toy Freddy. First things first, I actually bought two Golden Freddys, but you are going to need a black bow tie and top hat. I've already stripped his top hat off, but we need to remove the bow tie as well. This one is going to be turned into Shadow Freddy. So yeah, we just needed to rip his bow tie right off there. Then we will put it on our man Toy Freddy in a second. So we're gonna take this one and yeet it over here, mainly because you can't really see Shadow Freddy's bow tie anyway, even though we know it is there because, you know, it's a Freddy variant. So next thing you're going to need to do is go off and get a glue gun. Now I got mine right here. You can see it's just now heated up. We're just gonna need to take that and remove it, and then you will need to add your bow tie and top hat. So first things first, we're gonna take this, take that, set this down, take some scissors and remove any other threads that could be exposed whilst we are doing this, and just cut them all off. I bought all of these fake plushies actually off of Temu, which is a Chinese website where you can find a lot of bootleg FNAF merch. Then next thing you need to do is go off and take your glue gun, put a nice drop on the back so that way it will actually hold on. Then what we'll do is we'll take it, sling that off right there, and then we'll put it on our bootleg Rockstar Freddy, and we're going to hold it until it dries right in the middle of his torso. There we go. Yeah, I felt that one. It kind of came through and burnt me. All right. Now we have our Toy Freddy with a bow tie. Next things next, you're going to need to take a Sharpie of some nature and give him two little buttons. This is something that Toy Freddy is mostly well known for, is having his buttons, and we're going to give it to him. So, if you guys see here, it's kind of jumping a little bit, but you can take it on both sides. And got to make sure that they're both even. There. Now he's got his buttons, which is pretty nice. Put them right on that vinyl sticker if you guys want to. And then we're going to take his little top hat. And there's going to be a trick because Toy Freddy does have that one little red strand around his hat. So we're going to go off and do that real quick. Next thing we're going to go off and do is actually take a rubber band, as you can see here. We're going to cut it, and we're going to use that as his band around his hat here in a second. Yeah. All right, looks like that doesn't want to cut very well. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take it, see how much we actually need to start with. We're going to wrap this around. And looks like we need about that much. Then we're going to chop it. Alright guys, now you are going to need to go off and glue your hat down to Toy Freddy's head, so obviously he can wear it. Next we got to go ahead and put tons of glue on this thing so his hat does not come off, since he most likely, for me, will just be vibing with his buddies. I don't really have to worry about it, but I know that some of you guys really like to play around with your FNAF plushies, so make sure that you get his hat stuck on there real well. I'm actually also gluing down the brim of his hat, just so that way it doesn't go off and flap up like it had been earlier. and we're just going to hold that for a second, and then we will go off and show him off a little bit. And after that, you will have officially finished your Toy Freddy plushie. We will save him for the end of the video. Alright guys, let's speed run making this bad boy right here. So we are going to just go ahead and jump into him by cutting off his ear. It's giving me a fight. Let's jump. Alright guys, so next thing after we have finally cut off his ear, we're going to want to take our glue gun and put a dab of glue into the side of his head where his ear has been removed. And then we're going to put in his withering and or his wires, as some would say. We're just going to stick one wire in there and give it a little bit of a squeeze. Make sure it is as painful as possible so that way Golden Freddy can really hate you and attempt to give you nightmares. And then we put another one in there and squeeze. And then the next thing we're going to do is do the same thing for the eye sockets, except we're not going to cut open the eye sockets. We're just going to really glue them in there really good. So your Golden Freddy should then look like this. Have some wires sticking out of the ear. Alright guys, and so the next thing that you can do is go ahead and put your buttons just like we did with Toy Freddy. As you guys can see here, he's really starting to come together, but now our guy here needs some withering. So go ahead and grab out your marker and I will jump cut to where we did some withering. Now that we have officially got him some nice withering, we need to do a little something with his eyes because something just doesn't feel right. So we're going to expand them just a tad. Alright guys, so it looks like now we may have finally fixed the problem. We've given him just a little bit more of that kind of edgy Golden Freddy-esque stare that he has both in FNAF 1 and FNAF 2. His little eye pupils are somewhat distracting, I'm not going to lie, but I mean, I guess he looks pretty decent. But now is the time where I can say we now have our Withered Golden Freddy and our Toy Freddy complete. Personally, I think this Toy Freddy looks more accurate than the Funko one, which I think is kind of funny. But I appreciate you all sticking to the end. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about these two custom plushies here. Let me know if you think I should cut off his head and put a magnet in the body so that way we can detach it. Anyway, guys, thank you all so very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Peace out. I hope this went off and helped you guys maybe add a few custom plushies to your collection. And catch you all on the flip side. See ya, and bye-bye!